see if the sound on this is a little more clear. Thank you very much for tuning into my channel. My name is Greta. I am an intuitive reader. Thank you, Spirit. Messages for the water signs of Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. I did try this recording just a few moments ago, and I was having problems with the sound. So I disconnected and I reconnected, and hopefully we are able to view this with a little more sound. Let's try this. There you go. So it is very audible now. Thank you very much for sticking with me. Thank you. And so again, going back to the cards that you received with your question about your feelings for your boyfriend towards you, we received the Justice card and we received the Page of Pentacles. And there is a new slow gift coming in for you that is in the form of a contract or an agreement. And so I think that since this sounds like maybe it's a fairly new relationship, I'm getting the indication that your boyfriend is thinking about committing. Thank you, Spirit. Messages for the water signs of Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. And the foundation, the basis of this reading this evening is the Eight of Wands. And the Eight of Wands, thank you very much for tuning in, and thank you very much for supporting my channel. For maybe some more clarity and more information, I do invite you to view my channel and maybe look at the Libra reading for this week and also the Leo reading for this week. And that will also give you some indicators of where your boyfriend is. When will he start the communication? And whenever we're talking about time in the spiritual realm or in the tarot or even in the horoscopes, time is not linear like we think of it as being human. And so let's see, let me put these two cards right here for this reading, and let's look at a time frame. Thank you, Spirit. Messages. When will the communication start? When will the communication start? Communication start time, please. Communication start time. Communication start time. That's communication start time. And so we have the Eight of Pentacles, 8 months. Thank you, Spirit. Messages for the water signs. And so the foundation, the basis of this reading is the Eight of Wands. Sudden change that brings about lots of growth. And that is backed by a new idea or a new thought. You have a new idea or a new project that you're starting that is going to bring about a lot of growth and a lot of change. Thank you, Spirit. Messages for the water signs of Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. Again, thank you for tuning in. My name is Greta. I am an intuitive reader. I do look at the sun placement, the moon placement, and the planetary placements to get an idea of the energy that is surrounding you. But first and foremost, I do rely on intuition. Thank you, Spirit. Messages for the listener today. And we start off in your public life with the Six of Swords, which is the crossing of the river Styx. It's moving into calmer, quieter waters. And as we're moving into the calmer, quieter waters, we have everything we need to complete this journey, followed by the Emperor. And many times when we see the Emperor card, there's somebody that is ruling with an iron hand, or someone that is ruling very justly. And I would say with an iron hand, because that is followed by the Death card, which I also like to call my lack of color card, my lack of zeal. It's we're not receiving what makes us happy. We're not doing what makes us happy, what makes us feel complete. And I love that that is followed by the Six of Cups, which is moving towards emotional fulfillment. And since the beginning part of June, especially for the water signs, there's been a lot of change and a lot of growth that is leading us towards emotional and spiritual fulfillment. Hi, Vanessa. Thank you. Welcome to my channel. My name is Greta. And what is coming towards you in love? And you are single. And Vanessa, what is your zodiac sign and how long have you been single? And so then we have, in your professional life, there has been confusion on a project and how to move forward. This confusion revolves around the group leader, or revolves around the team lead, or revolves around who is in charge. They're not allowing for creativity. They want things done exactly in a certain way, and they're not allowing for creativity. But I see that that is ending for you, and it is making way for clarity to come in. You're finding clarity. You're moving past the turbulent waters and you're finding clarity. There's a need for you to be more social. There's a need for you to be more social. And to let those that you are working with develop a deeper connection with. It's like people haven't gotten to know you in your workplace on a personal level. And so while your work is good, your work is solid, those that you work with don't have a connection with you, or you don't have a connection with them. Or you don't have a connection with them. Ask for what it is that you want. Maybe you haven't had time to be more social at work because of all the responsibilities that you have. And instead of asking for help or asking for, yes, Vanessa, I would be very happy to help you answer the question on what's coming towards you in your love life. I see that you are single. I did ask for your zodiac sign, and I also asked how long you have been single. If you could please write that in the comment section. And in your private life, in your home life, okay, and so you are a Libra. And so, Vanessa, this reading is for the water signs of Pisces, Scorpio, and Cancer. I will say that Libras are going through a very positive energy at this time, where in their private life, in their personal life, they are very social. And I do see that if you can put yourself out there socially, and I don't mean on social media, I mean with gathering with friends and gathering in places where you're doing things that you would like to enjoy, there is a very good energy, a very good possibility of uh, a love connection coming in for you. But it is going to require that you put yourself out there physically into the environment. There is very good energy surrounding the Libras in their private life and their social life at this time. Thank you, Spirit. Messages for the Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces in their private life, in their personal life. Again, if you do have any questions, just write those in the comment section, and I will do my best to answer those questions for you. And water signs in your private life, in your personal life, I do see that you have the Magician card here, which means that you have begun. Okay. Yes, and I believe I did answer your question. Thank you, Vanessa. Yes, you did post your question. You were asking what was coming towards you, that you are single in love. And this is a reading for the water signs of Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. I did talk about the energy surrounding the Libras in their private life, in their personal life, and you are in the energy to attract love if that's what you would like to do. And I did also recommend that you put yourself out there in social settings, not on social media, but to actually go places physically. When you go to places physically, that good positive love energy is going to be drawn to you. I don't know, you can go and meet with friends, you can go out to dinner, you can go and do something in a physical location. Thank you, Spirit. Messages for the sign of Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. And that Magician is followed by the Ace of Swords, knowledge, wisdom, understanding, newfound wisdom, newfound clarity in something from the past. Something from the past returning. Hi, Niku. Thank you very much for tuning in. And what is your zodiac sign, and what is Shahil's zodiac sign, please? Followed by the 10 of Pentacles. And the 10 of Pentacles is legacy. Okay. Thank you. Current feeling, current feeling, current feeling, current feeling. Thank you, Spirit. Current feeling. Thank you, Spirit. Messages. Current feeling for Nuku. Current feelings for Nuku. Thank you, Spirit. Messages for Nuku. Ready to move on. I think that, is it Shahal? Is really ready to move forward with their passions, really ready to move forward with their feelings. And so back to the Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces, there is a family member or close friend that is going to offer you the help and support that you are looking for or that you're in need of. And during this conversation, during this help, they're going to help you find the clarity. They're going to, during this conversation, during this help, you're going to learn something new. And this new information is going to help you increase your sense of security. So you're going through this help, through this conversation with a family member or a trusted friend. And I think it's clarity on something from the past, but you're going to find clarity and you're going to find the security that you need. And this new information, this new clarity is going to bring in big physical and spiritual changes to your life that are going to create many new opportunities in your personal life. And it is sparked by an idea. And you can prepare through prayer and meditation. Through prayer and meditation. You know, July, are you planning? You want to go on vacation, but you can't go on vacation. There's too much work. A surprise conversation with a family member. He is, thank you. I'm so glad that you're happy with that news. There we go. And then we have final thoughts, final messages. We have the Page of Swords. New, inexperienced words, new thoughts, new ideas. Yes, I am a firm believer in meditation. I really do believe that during the meditation process that we are able to connect with our intuition and able to connect with spirit. I think that that is a gift that we are all born with. And through prayer and meditation, we can connect. Which I always, first and foremost, I do encourage everyone to practice trusting and using their intuition. Followed by the Knight of Cups. There's a little bit of fear, a little bit of hesitation for change, meeting resistance, meeting conflict, still looking for that clarity. Followed by the Two of Pentacles. You know, we will never be able to change things using our existing reality. It's kind of like what Einstein once said. We cannot solve problems at the level of thinking that created those problems. To change something, we need to build a new model that makes the existing model obsolete. And really, what that building of a new model is the changing of our thoughts, the changing of our feelings, and the changing of, yes, the change from within. Um, as children, we are programmed to, as children, we are programmed from outside of ourselves. We're programmed by what we see, what we hear, what we taste, and what we touched. The adults in our lives, they feed us and they tell us what to do, and many times they even tell us what to think. But as we mature, we learn to think outside of the box. As we mature, we like to think and problem solve for ourselves. We discover that we have a higher voice, that we can reprogram our thoughts and our beliefs to those that align us with abundance and the power to create reality.